Hi everyone, we're a little bit past the middle of January 2022 here in northwest Alabama. Last year was especially a wet summer and fall, and at times it becomes a struggle to find dry pine straw out there to use in your smoker as smoker fuel. I've had this happen to me in years past, and this is a solution I come up with. It's real simple. I just got me a couple of 32-gallon garbage cans, and what I do is usually right here in the middle of January, we'll get a stretch of a few dry days. It's real cold. We've had a couple of cold nights and days where it get down around 20 degrees. Dew point will be around 20 degrees. The air is real dry and it's a good breeze blowing over the straw. It'll dry it out real quick. So then I'll take advantage of that and go around and rake me up a couple of these garbage cans full, put them up, and I'll always have an emergency reserve of pine straw used in the bee yards. I will still try to utilize the pine straw and not use this unless I have to, but this assures me that I will have plenty of pine straw going forward. I think ideally you'll want to look for a tree maybe in somebody's yard, a big pine tree, hopefully 50 or so years old. The reason I like it in the yard is typically going to be pretty clean under it. You might have to look out for some animal surprises, but there shouldn't be much mixture of leaves and stuff in it. You want basically pure pine straw. So I've kind of found a place that works ideally for that. I've got a couple of places, so we'll go there and I'll kind of show you what it looks like. Here we are about a mile up the road from my house. This is exactly what I'm looking for. There's a cluster of big pines right here. And sometime over the winter, I guess, I don't know if it starts this month or in December, but they start dropping a pretty good bit of needles here in northwest Alabama. But as you can see, there's plenty of needles here, and for the most part it's clean. You'll notice there's hardly any leaves at all mixed in here because the hardwoods are all over there. So here in about 10 minutes I'm going to have about a year and a half supply of smoker fuel. So I'm fixing to set this down, get busy and rake me up some smoker fuel and just going to skim the top, but that right there is pretty much bone dry, and then I'll put it in my shed and it'll be ready for use. All right, it's been about 10 minutes, and it's about how long it took me to rake that up. So right there's me about 64 gallons of straw, mostly dry. There's a little bit of dampness in one of them, but after a couple weeks in my shed, excuse me, it'll be dried up and ready to go. I won't have to worry about finding any straw for fuel over the summer. That's usually what takes. Usually takes me about a year to go through that much. And once again, the object is not to rake down to the ground. I got all this right there, and you can hardly tell I touched it. If you try to rake down to the grass or the ground, you're going to almost certainly get a bunch of wet straw, so I just try to skim off the top. So there's a helpful hint to be sure you got enough pine straw to make it through the summer. Well, I hope you found this information to be useful and helpful, and appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and we'll catch you on the next one.